Hello, this is Mr. David with a lesson about the Intolerable Acts and the First Continental Congress. It will help you to understand first what the word tolerable means. Tolerable means that you don't like something, but it's okay. If you have a small pain and someone asks, "How is it?" and it's not very bad, you might say, "It's tolerable." But if it's a very bad pain, it would be intolerable. It means it's very bad and you hate it. In front of a word many times makes the word the opposite. So the intolerable acts. Acts are something the government does or a person does. But the intolerable acts were something made by the British government in 1774 to punish the Massachusetts colony for the Boston Tea Party. That was a protest that we talked about in the last lesson. They said that in the Boston port, a port is where ships go in and out of, that no ships could go in or out anymore. And there would be more British government in Massachusetts, not less. There could be less town meetings now. The people could not meet as much and talk about things like government. And the colonies must have houses for British soldiers to live in, because there were a lot of British soldiers in America. A reason that the British did this was also to make the other colonies afraid. If they saw what happened to Massachusetts, if they protested about something, maybe they would be too afraid, too scared to protest also. The British also wanted to make the other colonies mad at Massachusetts and make the people in Massachusetts feel sorry that they protested and made things get very bad for the people. But the Intolerable Acts failed. They did not do what the British really wanted to happen because they were too mean. They were so mean that they made all of the colonies unite. Unite means to become together, to be together. Remember, the colonies were 13 separate places. The colonies decided they would go to a big meeting. That's what Congress is. It's a meeting for people to work on government in September of that year. And this picture shows some things that were happening at that time. It's a picture of the Congress and also people paying taxes to the British government. And also British soldiers there were many of them around. And here's a soldier asking this lady and her child, what are they doing? So at this First Continental Congress, there were 12 of the 13 colonies. Georgia was far away, but they didn't go because they had some problems with Native American Indians and were using British soldiers to help, so they didn't go, but 12 colonies did go. And they decided that they would make Britain stop the Intolerable Acts. And they wanted the same rights as British people. They wanted to be able to do the things British people could do. But how? How? Because Britain was a big country. They decided to stop buying British things, so they would stop paying money to the British. And that dropped a lot. They also decided that if the Intolerable Acts were not stopped, the colonies would stop selling things to Britain, like things that were being grown in America on the farms and other things the British needed. First Continental Congress showed that the colonies worked together and made something happen. They saw that they were stronger together than separately. And they agreed they would meet again at the Second Continental Congress, where some important things happened. And we will talk about that in a next lesson.